Hello everyone and welcome. Yes, my name is Arrowfire. Welcome back to another episode of Look Out and Shout. Doing a few in quick succession, today we are unboxing, building and reviewing Blokees Classic Class Jetwing Optimus Prime from the Revenge of the Fallen film. Blokees going into the movie cast now. We're going back into Revenge of the Fallen. We've done the likes of Rise of the Beast as well in the classic class, but we haven't had something of this wingspan, of this scale, and I'm very much looking forward to building it. Some lovely reflective artwork there, the eyes on Optimus looking lovely, and what he's going to look like, and some product shots on the back. Really looking forward to this one. To give an introduction to Blokees, you would have seen their stuff by now. They do model kits and enjoy the fun of building, whether it's Transformers, Ultraman, or even Star Wars recently. Some of the more licenses they're acquiring, some of their model kits are just simple fun to build. You would have seen quite a lot of content on my channel. I'm very much hooked on them at the moment. Okay, let's get on with the build, shall we? Okay. Okay, there's a few here. There's a few pieces. In my experience, these things take about an hour and a half to build, give or take. Obviously, mine's going to be edited and I'm going to be a little bit slower than normal because I'm doing it for the purpose of the video, but start to finish, hour and a half, maybe less. Okay, the instruction is going to come in handy. So, you've got instructions on the back as well for more wing bits. So I'm going to have to keep this somewhere where I can see it, maybe just to the side there. It wants to start on the head. And we're also going to need a face. I think I've seen that as well. Okay, try not to lose all that. I think I'm going to need that. But first things first, we are going to get a face up. Okay, first part done. Let's get on C4, C5. From looking at the instructions, there's two head sculpts on the go, which strikes me as odd. There is an alternative head, and I'm really not sure as to why. But we'll leave the head to one side. Try and get some of the pieces out and build him up a bit. So we're going on the arm next. It's going to be really hard to see the wood for the trees here, but I feel like I'm just going to be constantly bending over and picking stuff up off the floor. Okay, A113. Start doing more of the skeletal frame. Okay, there's that on. Okay, that's that done. Now I think we're building the arm, so we need another a long bit, whatever that's called. Okay, I'm going to push on with it, but that parting at the blue section doesn't feel right. You won't necessarily see it, but okay, we'll find out. Okay, getting a bit sizable now, getting bigger all the time, so to speak. And then we plug in the top of the arm, which goes in that side facing out. Well, there's a hinge, there's a clip, there is one arm. It's a lot of pieces for an arm, but it is quite involved. Right, we'll put that to one side because we've got to do it all again for the left. I know there's been a lot of reviewing content going out recently. I think I've got 8 reviews to do on a bounce, and that's now, not for the ones I've been doing. It's cool, I love it. I've got things to talk about, things I'm really enjoying to talk about, but yeah, I want to get back to some of the other content I've been doing on this channel for what feels like an eternity ago. I will get back into it and try and keep things a little bit varied, but thanks for sticking with me. There we go. 2 arms built, left and right. Looking pretty stocky. Now it has got replacement pieces, but I think we have to do them. They're the forearms. We're not building anything else. The entire section is for the chest. Okay, so we're carrying on with lower half of arms. D4, oh, really small pieces here. E1, 18. I don't think I've done an E yet. Somehow this goes together. Okay, that's in like that. And then this side goes around like that. Come on, come here. I think that's right. I think it's supposed to go around a bit. Yep. So E1, 10 or 7. Oh, 10 and 17. It's a fist covering. I'll be glad when some of these get thinned out all the more. So we'll leave that one side for a minute, we'll do it all over again. That's that. I'm getting a lot of pieces ready, not necessarily for building. I'm missing. Have I already taken that off? I have. Have I got every piece? Okay. Oh dear. Poisky, poisky. Okay, that's that on. I think this is the other side. Yep, that's good there. Blue piece to cover that. Fans away. There you go. 2 arms, I think. But we're not done with arms, because you take them off and you put on 2 swords. Now, I think I'm just going to be taking things apart now that I actually need, but as we know, this is Revenge of the Fallen, he can't not have his swords. I don't know if I'm getting ahead of myself, but there is an axe as well. But I have a horrible feeling, yeah, I've got to take stuff off to then put it back on. I wish I would have just told you that from the start. Well, it says to do the sharper side away. I would have thought it would be the other way, but There you go. But he's mostly arms anyway, so I feel like we just built these hands for him to still be arm cannons nevertheless. Well, it shows you all the pieces. Right, 2 forearms built. Whether we use them or not is up for discussion. Okay, now we're going to be working on the body. And then we're going to want to put 2 clear ball joints on them in this bag. Also, I'll get that torso piece out, which thankfully already comes with a clear piece applied. So we'll take out the battery bit as well. There you go, already lighting up. There's only one place for them to plug in, but I don't know. It doesn't look absolutely right. No, I feel like those vent stacks are getting in his way. Are they to rotate back? There's a whole frontal section which is this, because it can't really be much else. I'm really not sure of these side panels. Curvy pieces of the Bayverse design does make it a little awkward. It's not so asymmetrical. Alright, we're still going on. F1, 7 and 4. It's all looking familiar now. It's all taking shape. Look at that. Coming together. Very layered. Okay, we have red flames on the chest. And I think we're ready to put the chest together. So this is where we find out if this bit was right after all. Now these vent stacks have to go upwards. I've gone wrong somewhere here with these vent stacks. Even though it's saying to put them on, there's just no other way to attach them. Okay, that's really annoying. I had the wrong piece from the start. It's like another piece. No, it means I'm going to have to take all this off again. Not the worst thing, but yeah, that seemed a bit needless. Okay. We're back to where we started, and let's try and get this all on before it falls off. Okay, so that slots in. As I say, I'm leaving the vent stacks off because I think they're actually going to push on plastic. Okay, I know there's alternative versions, but it just seems a bit silly. And we got a neck piece on. I think that's on that side. There we go. Quite involved. Okay, let's see about some crutch pieces. And we should, in theory, be able to pop that on. Now, I think that's all we can do for now. We can build a leg. Took a while to build, but he's there. Still lights up. Apparently. Yeah, he is. There you go. That's supposed to cover around the side. I was thinking just obstructing itself. Okay, looks like an upper thigh. Yeah, that was a good click, wasn't it? And then we're going to get some wheels on. All right. G1, 3. Faux wheels, of course. Plug into the only place they can plug into. Has to go in like that. Then that has to close over it like so. Very intricate. That slides in there. Leg guard, which I saw from here earlier. Don't think it matters which. It does matter which. And you want flames on the inside or outside, depending which way you're looking at it. We also need to get a big foot on the go. Where's his feet? 2 big feet. I might save time and get both of them off. Don't think there's too much more you do to the feet. I think that's more or less it. There's the wheels, funny enough. And that should be one leg with bendable. Okay. Get it standing fairly straight. Don't think I've missed anything. Quite involved. We're going to do it all over again. You do get quicker on this as you go. I will say that. Okay. 2 legs. That was not as bad as the arm. Here are legs and hinge. Tilt, legs and hinge. Okay, good. We are supposed to do other things, but I get the impression we should start to stand them up. It's always the fun part, isn't it? So let's clip on one leg and another. Now in terms of arms, we've still got a bit more to do, but we can get on these big cannons anyway. Okay, according to the instructions, that's how they're supposed to go. Okay, he's standing quite tall. Just the articulation doesn't feel like these configurations are the right way around. It does say to have the red bits pointing inwards and the grid bits on the outer side, but if you look here, there's considerably more room, so I feel like these need to be rotated, but according to all product shots, from what I can see, that's how it's supposed to go. But that's broadly speaking, that's just Prime. Just to show you that's what he looks like, all jet-fired armed up anyway. And that's the size we're going to really build him to, so that's more or less his configuration. And there's the sword articulation. That's quite cool. It really kind of goes with the tall yet slender frame, and it's iconic, isn't it? But that's not the design we're going to keep him on for this video. It's a shame because it is quite cool. Very thin, very slender, but he wasn't the deepest bot in that film, was he? But it is quite iconic now to see his prime swords coming out of his forearm. Not bad. I mean, surely that's a gun, but maybe it's a bigger gun, I don't know. It's not what I'm allegedly after. Allegedly, I'm after some of this. So I'm guessing we got two separate guns. That just looks a bit odd to me with the offshoot, but that's the only thing with a holster. And then we got the axe weaponry. What did I do with it? There it is. And we need that to go on to... Well, we've also got a shield as well. The shield does look cool. But again, these are all in place of his arms, really. He's going to need to lose the jet arms, the gun arms, to house this all together. So that slides in there. The shield does look pretty cool. We've got nice gold pieces here. There's his handle going on. That's a pretty cool shield. I do like that. And then just the holster for his axe. There we have a series of melee weaponry, which is perfectly good if you're going to get him to hold it all. Which, yeah, I guess is a bit of a shame, really, because I feel like now we got... It's multiple choice that you want, but you can hold his gun like so, and you can hold... Well, that's going to have to be arm mounted. No. I tell a lie. There is a holster effect. So there's, I guess, a bit more of a traditional blaster for the film. You could hold the axe, which is pretty cool. Bit of a snug connection. Quite weighty as well. It's a lot of tension on the wrist joint. And the shield. You'd obviously have to lose the arm effect. I do like the shield. It's pretty cool. But he's not going to be able to do all of that by wearing those. So you have to sacrifice these arms. Okay, it's what it is. But quite a bit of flavour to choose from how you want to armour up your Prime. Now, there are two bits I was missing. So I need B1, 2 and 1. These are like shoulder bits that I've left off. I wonder, yeah, shoulder pads. He's looking a bit more complete now. I wonder if that's what the wings are going to connect to on the top. Okay, that's looking a little better, isn't it? Bit more armoured up at top of the shoulders. Yeah, that's more like it. That is more or less the figure built. At least one side of the instructions has now all been done. Quite a bit of steps, but guess what? We're not done. We've got all of this to do. This is his Jetfire upgrade bits, which there's a few steps, but probably no more than what we haven't done already. I'm half tempted just to do that and then get those wings off, and then that one's done. Because I'm going to need these in due course, and I want to have a bit more room. Not quite, but I wonder what they are. There's only so many more pieces it can be. There's only so many more blue pieces available. Right, so... well, let's just give it a try. I guess it must be this. Yeah, there's enough grooves for it. Okay, good. That's one jet. Yeah, it had to be these curved pieces. They haven't got a distinction, but yeah, they're there. Okay, we can do the other side now and we know what we're doing. Okay, I think there's two jets done. Now we go on to... It wants us to slide on a wing, but we're not quite at wing stage yet. B1 and B3, 1 and 3. Done mostly what we need to do, but we do need to construct the wings as well. Alright, two jets at the very least. Okay, that's that. Is that all of it? I think so. I wonder... That's a bit of annoying. It's the first time this has ever happened. Unless I'm wrong. I've got too big a piece to put in to this small peg. And the other side, don't know if you'll see. Do you see where it connects into the blue? It's quite thin. That's this peg here. And I'm supposed to get that in an equal size, but I've got these two circular bits to line up to. I can line up the back piece, but that front section, try and get in a shot. Yeah, that just won't go. And of all of the blocky kits I've built, that's the first time something like this has happened. It just needs to be filed down all the more. I don't think I can break it in. I don't think it's that integral. I think for the sake of just not wanting to make it worse, we'll just have to imagine it's on there. It's only one small piece, so shame. First time it's happened though. We'll click to know that you've done it right. Okay, shame about that piece. I mean, if I need to take a file to it, I will. Now we've got other wing covers to do. There's yet further wingage, which should be this. Those together. That is wings being built. That's good. So we're going to get smaller wing. I certainly get that's how it's supposed to go in Prime's back, but I'm feeling like I'm really missing a key piece here. Okay, so that's what's going to go on there. Yeah. Right, we've got these big bits here. Well, I think that is correct. Let's see, we've got flames showing, jetpacks inwards, pointy bits inwards, wings more or less pointing outwards, top and bottom, and then plugging into the back. And there we go, I think. I think that's right. I think he's standing all pretty tall and proud. It's quite involved. I'm not going to tell you it's not, but he's very armoured up. I love a wingspan. I really do. It's a shame the wings don't bend. Not that they would. Their wings are not, feathers. But yeah, otherwise that's pretty good. There he is. I think that's right. It was quite involved. And he's on his stand. He does come with an arch stand, positioning one, which I've done before. I won't necessarily go through on this video, but I will put up some photos of it. I think I've got everything right. The things that kind of confuse me a little bit are the red inner on the arms. You'd have to handle it to know a bit more what I mean, but the articulation at the elbow seems a little bit restricted, and it feels like the red wants to be on the outer section because there's more bend on the back of the elbow than at the front, and you only feel like you get a 45-degree bend rather than a 90. So I keep thinking that needs to be the other way around. I think I've got the back configuration right, but I did struggle with the instructions. There's a lot of pieces here. Did I see over 163 pieces? That's a lot for a classic class, and it felt quite involved. But I do like it. I do like how it really strikes you as Revenge of the Fallen Prime. I am a sucker for a wingspan. I always have been. Now, it's a shame, though, that with this kind of armoured up version, you'd have to go back and revert to the other arms if you wanted to get the assistance weaponry. There's good bits of weaponry to choose from. I do like the Revenge of the Fallen sword hands. But at the same time, this is quite clinical for the end of the film. As he drops it, the shield is very cool, though. And a shame he can't store his weapons on him. I do like it. Yes, it was quite involved, and I wouldn't be at all surprised if something's in the wrong place, that by the time I edit this video and look it out, I'll be kicking myself. I took off the shoulder stacks, the vent stacks, because they were just collapsing at the start of the video. It looks like it was too much pressure, and I've also just realised I've missed out some other pieces as well. So there's bits here, there's accessories, and you're always going to have some parts left over. But it is quite cool. It obviously has the light up head feature, which should come through. Piercing blue eyes. His name is Optimus Prime. It is cool. It is very nice. And yeah, this was a good one for it. It would be very involved if it was in the Action Edition. Really pleased I've got it. I've just got to find somewhere to put it in the collection now. Oh, and in case anyone was wondering, we came in at 2 hours. And there we go. That is my build and unboxing and review of Blokees classic class Jetwing Optimus Prime from the Revenge of the Fallen live action movie. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button, because I will see you on the next one.